Welcome to One Word, Many Doors. Enjoy this simple English story for beginners. And remember, every big journey starts with one small word. Let's begin. Lina was a young woman from a small town. She worked in a bakery with her mother. Every morning she woke up at 5 o'clock. She mixed flour, sugar and eggs. She baked bread and cakes. Many people came to the bakery because the bread was warm and sweet. Lina had a dream. She wanted to speak English well. In her town, many tourists visited in the summer. They came from different countries. They smiled and looked at the cakes. But sometimes they could not speak the local language. Lina wanted to help them. She wanted to say, "Good morning. How can I help you?" But she did not know how. One day, a tourist came into the bakery. He was tall and had a big backpack. He looked at Lina and said, "Hello." Lina felt nervous. She smiled but said nothing. The man pointed at a chocolate cake and said slowly, "How much?" Lina did not understand. She looked at her mother. Her mother did not understand either. The man took out his phone and showed a translation. Lina finally understood the question. She felt a little sad. That night, Lina sat on her bed and thought, "I want to learn English. I do not want to feel afraid." The next day, she went to the bookstore. She bought a small English book for beginners. The book was blue and had big letters on the cover. English for everyone. When she went home, she opened the book. The first page said, "Hello, my name is..." Lina smiled. She read the words again and again. "Hello, my name is Lina," she said quietly. She liked the sound of English. It was new and exciting. Every evening after work, Lina studied for 1 hour. She learned simple words: apple, bread, water, friend, family. She wrote the words in a small notebook. She drew little pictures next to them. An apple was red, bread was brown, water was blue. Sometimes she made mistakes. She said "bayard" instead of bread. She laughed at herself. "It is okay," she said. "I am learning." One afternoon, the tall tourist came back to the bakery. Lina recognised him. Her heart beat fast. He smiled and said, "Hello again." This time, Lina took a deep breath. "Hello," she answered. "My name is Lina." The man looked happy. "Nice to meet you, Lina. My name is Mark." Lina understood. She felt proud. Mark pointed at the chocolate cake again. "How much is this?" Lina remembered her book. She quickly looked at the price and said, "It is $5. Mark clapped his hands softly. "Very good English." Lina's face turned red, but she was smiling. She put the cake in a box and said, "Thank you." After Mark left, Lina felt like she was flying. It was only a small conversation, but it was important to her. From that day, Lina studied harder. She watched English videos on her phone. At first, she did not understand much. The people spoke too fast, but she did not stop. She learned new sentences. "Where are you from?" "Would you like some coffee?" "Have a nice day." She practiced with her little brother, Sam. Sam was 10 years old and liked to play games. Lina said, "Let's play a new game. We speak only English for 10 minutes. Sam laughed. "Okay, but my English is bad." "It is okay," Lina said. "My English is not perfect." They walked around the house and named things as English. Table, chair, window, door. Sometimes they forgot a word. Then they looked in Lina's book. Slowly, English became a part of Lina's life. One evening, Lina met her friend Sarah in the park. Sarah was a teacher at the local school. "Why do you look so happy?" Sarah asked. "I am learning English," Lina said. "That is wonderful," Sarah replied. "Why do you want to learn?" Lina looked at the sky. The sun was going down and the clouds were orange and pink. "I want to talk to people from other countries. I want to travel one day. I want to understand songs and movies." Sarah nodded. English can open many doors. That sentence stayed in Lina's mind. English can open many doors. The next week, something special happened. A sign appeared on the door of the community centre. Free English Club every Saturday. Lina felt excited. She decided to go. On Saturday morning, she walked to the community centre. Her hands were cold and her stomach felt strange. She was nervous again. Inside the room, there were about 10 people. Some were young, some were old. A friendly woman stood in front of them. "Hello, everyone," the woman said. "Welcome to the English Club. My name is Mrs. Green." Lina listened carefully. She understood most of the words. Mrs. Green asked everyone to say their name and why they wanted to learn English. When it was Lina's turn, she stood up slowly. "Hello, my name is Lina. I work in a bakery. I want to speak English with tourists and make new friends." The other students smiled and clapped. Lina sat down. She felt warm inside. She was not alone. Many people wanted to learn, just like her. At the end of the class, Mrs. Green said, "Remember, do not be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are your teachers." Lina wrote this sentence in her notebook. That night, she looked at her first page again. "Hello, my name is..." She remembered the day when she could not say anything to Mark. Now she could have a small conversation. "It is only the beginning," she said to herself. And she was right. This was only the beginning of her English journey. The English Club became Lina's favourite place. Every Saturday, she woke up early and walked quickly to the community centre. She always sat in the first row. Mrs. Green taught them simple grammar. She explained the difference between I am, you are, and they are. Lina listened carefully and wrote many notes. At home, she practiced in front of the mirror. I am Lina. You are my friend. They are tourists. She smiled at her reflection. She felt a little silly, but she did not stop. One day, Mrs. Green gave the class a new task. "Next week," she said, "each of you will give a short speech in English. Talk about your dream." The students looked surprised. Some looked afraid. Lina felt both excited and scared. A speech? In English? In front of everyone? That evening she sat at her desk with a pen and paper. She thought about her dream. She wrote slowly, "My dream is to travel. I want to visit big cities. I want to talk to people from different countries. I want to learn about the world." She practiced again and again. Sometimes she forgot a word. Sometimes she said a sentence in the wrong order, but she tried. On Saturday, her hands were shaking. One by one, the students stood up and spoke. Some made many mistakes, some forgot their sentences, but everyone tried. Finally, it was Lina's turn. She walked to the front of the room. She could hear her heart beating. "Hello," she began. "My name is Lina. My dream is to travel and speak English with many people. I work in a bakery. I meet tourists every day. I want to understand them and help them. English is important for my future." She stopped. The room was quiet for 1 second. Then everyone clapped. Mrs. Green smiled. "Very good, Lina. Your pronunciation is clear, and you speak with your heart." Lina felt tears in her eyes. They were happy tears. After the class, a new student came to her. He was shy and young. "Hi," he said softly. "Your speech was nice. I'm afraid to speak. My English is very bad." Lina remembered her first day in the bakery with Mark. She remembered her silence and her fear. She smiled kindly. "Do not worry. My English was bad too. We can practice together?" From that day, Lina and the new student, whose name was Amir, met twice a week. They sat in the park and spoke only English for 30 minutes. At first, their conversations were simple. "What is your favourite food?" I like rice and chicken. What do you do every day? I study and help my father. They made many mistakes, but they laughed and corrected each other. Months passed. Summer came again. The town was full of tourists. One morning, a family from another country entered the bakery. They looked confused. The little girl pointed at different cakes and asked many questions in English. Lina stepped forward with confidence. "Hello? Welcome. Can I help you?" she said with a bright smile. The mother looked relieved. "Yes, thank you. What is this cake?" "It is a strawberry cake," Lina explained. "It is sweet and fresh. Many people like it." The little girl asked, "Do you have chocolate cookies?" "Yes, we do," Lina answered. "They are over here." The family bought several cakes and cookies. Before they left, the mother said, "Your English is very good. Thank you for your help." Lina felt proud. She was not afraid anymore. That evening, Mark, the tall tourist from last year, returned again. He looked surprised when he saw Lina. "Lina, your English is much better now," he said. Lina laughed. "Yes, I study every day." They talked for almost 10 minutes. They spoke about the town, about travel, and about food. Lina understood most of the conversation. When she did not understand, she asked, "Can you repeat, please?" Or, "What does that mean?" She was not ashamed to ask. After Mark left, Lina's mother hugged her. "I am very proud of you," she said. "You worked hard." Lina realised something important. Learning English was not only about words and grammar, it was about courage. It was about trying again after mistakes. It was about opening her mouth and speaking. At the next English club meeting, Mrs. Green had good news. "We will organise a small English festival in our town," she said. "There will be games, songs, and short talks in English. I need volunteers." Lina raised her hand immediately. On the day of the festival, Lina stood on a small stage in the park. Many people were there, children, parents, tourists, and her own family. She took the microphone and spoke clearly. "Welcome to our English festival. Today we celebrate learning. English can connect us. English can help us understand each other. Do not be afraid to learn. Start with one word, then 2 words, then a sentence. One day you will see how far you can go." The crowd clapped loudly. Lina looked at the faces in front of her. She saw Amir smiling. She saw Mrs. Green giving her a thumbs up. She saw her mother wiping a tear from her eye. She remembered her first English word. "Hello?" It was a small word, but it changed her life. That night, Lina wrote in her notebook, "English opened new doors for me. I am not finished. I will continue to learn." She closed the notebook and looked out of her window at the stars. Her journey with English was still going on. There were many new words to learn, many new people to meet, and many new dreams to follow. And it all started with one simple word. "Hello."